All right, welcome everyone. My name is Nick Hershey. I am the president and founder of the Mortgage Calculator. We are a non-delegated correspondent lender that operates a little bit differently. So I'd like to thank everyone for joining us today. I'll take a little bit of time to explain what makes us a little bit different, a little bit about the software and how it works, and then Kyle will take over and actually show a live demo of all the software and behind the scenes, just to give you an idea of what it actually looks on a demo account. And then hopefully Jose can make it here in a minute and explain a little bit more about our one-on-one training and stuff. But first, let me get into our bullet points here and share my screen. So hopefully most of you have joined from this page and checked out a little bit of info about us. But let me go ahead and walk through these bullet points. I'll try to make it quick, and then we'll get into more of the live demo and, of course, the compensation as well. So really what we're about here, hopefully what attracted most of you guys to us, is we're all about leads, unlimited free leads. We're all about training. Someone asked a question earlier before we started recording about training, and we're all about our software, proprietary software that is for us, by us, which you'll hear us talk about throughout here. So what makes working with us different? We are non-delegated correspondent, and we're all about, again, the tools and the software for scaling. So we scale through leads, and we have our software that really executes all that. So if you have self-generated leads, that's great. You can plug into our system, but really we're about plugging into our leads. So what do we mean there? We are all about growing your pipeline with our leads and having a home for every lead that comes through. So we have over 100 lenders and investors, and that's why we love the non-delegated correspondent channel. So we've built this team as a few different models. So about 4 years ago, we started an FDIC bank, saw a lot of limitations, and moved the software and platform to a broker model, and then moved to a non-delegated and delegated model. So we've tried all 4 delivery models that exist really in this business, and we find that non-delegated is the best because we can do both. We can still broker when we need to, and we can still be the lender when we need to. So non-delegated is the best of both worlds because we can be in the lender world and the broker world at the same time. So when we're the lender, we have over 4,500, I believe, with a couple new investors we just brought on. It's over 5,000 loan programs now. And that is with 32 when we wrote this. I believe we have 33 now correspondent investors that are approved. And that's where we are the lender, and the investor is the loan program that we're following, and we're using their underwriters, right? We don't have underwriters. We use their underwriters. That way they underwrite exactly to their programs. Now, if we have a loan where we need a special home, again, because we're all about leads and getting crazy requests for different scenarios, if we have to find another outlet that we can't offer ourselves, then we can. And that's the beauty of being non-delegated and correspondent. We can still broker. So if we need to find a home for a loan, we have over 70 wholesale lenders we're partnered with where we can still broker. So we can wear both hats. One day we can wear a lender hat. One day we can wear the brokered hat. And the most important thing for us is that every lead that comes in, we have a program or a loan or a home for that loan, whether it's delegated non-delegated or brokered. It really doesn't matter to us. So how do we execute all that and make all of these different channels all work as one? So we do all that through our fully integrated software, which is a POS, CRM, LOS, everything built into one login for you, one login for the customer. And as you saw here, over 5,000 loan programs and over 100 different partners, whether it's a correspondent program or a broker program, everything operates the same no matter what for you as the loan officer and your customer, all one portal. So it's all built for us by us. And it's everything you guys are used to. So just because it's one login and one portal, we still use all the great systems you guys are used to. It's built on Encompass. Hopefully you guys don't have to log into Encompass. Kyle will show you guys how to stay out of the actual old school Encompass. But our system is built on that because that's how all loans are sold. So we have to have that system, but we operate it through the API on the back end. Same thing with Account Check is a great system for VOAs and VOIs. We have that, but again, it's just a button on the system. No other logins needed. Credit checks, appraisals, the Google AI for the document reading, Optimal Blue for pricing. Everything that we have plugs in through an API. Don't have to have any logins for any of these features. So everything's instant and everything's in one single login for you and, most importantly, your customer. So the next big ticket item that we always are about here is in all the different models, we found that there is a lack of training. So we are all about being remote, but also still having the live training. So it's a little bit of a hybrid here. So you can attend classes anytime in a remote training center, and you can also attend our live training. So just like we're doing a group training here, we have live trainings 5 days a week pretty much. And we have our live support that is open Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., where we have our processors in our Zoom room to help you get unstuck. So anytime you need some help, you can get into that Zoom room, pull up your screen, have someone help you click the button you need to click. And then if you need to get one-on-one with your team leader or whoever's disclosing your file, your branch manager, you can do that as well, one-on-one, and get on the screen and get unstuck. So we're all about, even though we're remote, we're based all over the US, we want to make sure we have an opportunity for you guys to instantly get connected face-to-face and get unstuck, and also still do everything remote and on your own time as you need. So the trainings and the classes, like the classroom type stuff, is all on your own time. Now, here are all the other bullet points here that just go over. Don't necessarily fit in a big topic, but let's just go ahead and run through this. One of the things that I love personally is that here we can do our DSCR, business purpose loans, in over 30 states outside of where you're licensed. So we can actually pretty much cover, I believe it's 44 states that we can do DSCR loans in, whether we have the license or you can do it with no license, we're covered. So you can expand your business pretty quickly, especially when we're getting the leads for the DSCR type of investor leads. A lot of times you can do those in states that are outside of your footprint. So it really allows you to plug into our system and not only expand with the software, but also expand your footprint so you can do more loans at the same time. Again, we're all about leads. Kyle will show you guys exactly how this looks on the back end, but no matter where you pull those leads from, it's a 50-50 split. So we try to make the math easy for you guys, but there's all kinds of different cool places you can get leads from. Now, if you have your own leads, that's no problem. Kyle will show you guys how we can route those in so you can use our system, our software. Everything's beautiful. The credit gets pulled automatically by the customer. They go from name, email, phone number, all the way to pulling their credit to their loans in Encompass, to the credits pulled into Encompass, to their VOI. All that stuff is instant without you even touching anything. So you can plug your leads to do the same thing, right? So if you have your leads already coming in that you're paying for, plug them into our system. They'll go ahead and take their application, pull their credit all automatically. And if you don't have that yet, no problem. We'll show you how to set up a lead campaign with our already pre-approved ads. We are all about the trainings. I mentioned that a little bit before. We have our daily live trainings as a group session. So 5 days a week, we have our different topics and trainings you guys can attend. Definitely recommend you guys attend those a couple times, get the hang of it, especially if non-QM is new for you. That's really what we focus on. We also have our one-on-one team leader calls. So whenever, again, you're stuck specifically on something specific, you can go ahead and meet with your team leader or your branch manager. They can actually take over your screen and get you unstuck. So that's when you get one-on-one. We also have our knowledge center with thousands of videos. That's where our partners come in. So we have over 100 other partners, right? Whether they're a correspondent investor or they are a wholesale brokered partner, they all have their own resources. So we have thousands of videos from all of our partners, along with videos that we've made of how to use our partners. So tons of different resources at your fingertips. You just search anything and you can find any specific article, whether that's from us explaining how to use that investor or from the investor themselves with a guide of how to use their systems. As Kyle will show you guys here in a minute, we have our CRM with the dialer. So you guys definitely want to check that out. That's how you can burn through thousands of leads a week, hundreds of leads a day, and just go ahead and rock and roll. So Kyle will show you guys how to plug into that system. It's all part of the same system. And as we mentioned, the website and the 1003 is all integrated. So one login for your customer, one login for you. That means your customer can come from just filling out a simple name, email, phone number on your website to then flowing all the way through the 1003. And then, as we mentioned, the credit gets pulled automatically. The VOE, the VOI, the Encompass file gets created automatically. Everything happens automatically through the system from the website, creating name, email, phone number, all the way to the loan being completed. And to top it all off, the last thing we want to talk about is there are no monthly fees for you guys. We don't believe in that. There are no text fees, no desk fees, no hidden fees. What you see is what you get. So we've built all these systems in place so we don't have to charge you guys per seat because we're not, buying per seat. We've built all the software for us, by us, and we're able to make everything simple for you guys. So next we'll go into the compensation and you'll see exactly how that looks. Now, the next section here is the video. So definitely recommend to watch the video here. of a replay if you didn't catch anything. But let's get into our compensation plans. So this all fits on the screen barely here. So let me go through our 3 plans. Hopefully this makes sense. Again, we're a little bit different. That's why we want to take time to do these demos here. Make sure everybody understands the differences in our plans. This is just for us and the way we operate, and it's a little bit different than other companies. So let me try to explain here. Hopefully it makes sense. Everybody's obviously drawn to the senior loan officer plan. That's our goal, get everybody up and running. Since we are a very different company, we wear 2 hats on different times. It does take a little bit of work to get you up and running, fully disclosing your own loans, knowing exactly what to do, exactly when. So the goal is to get everybody here. Once you're on the senior loan officer plan, you're making 200 basis points, excellent commission. That's 200 basis points on conventional non-QM, all the stuff we're used to. That's 2% for those not familiar with basis points. But there's other compensation for commercial and other things like that. So go ahead and click the button there if you want to see all the breakdown. But 90% of the loans that we usually do are going to be based on this standard compensation. Now that's going to give our senior loan officers access to everything you're about to see that Kyle will show you, everything we talked about, access to all of our company lead streams at a 50-50 split. So if a senior loan officer takes a company lead, no matter where it comes from, through our system, there's tons of different ways Kyle will show you in a second. But instead of making 200 basis points, they'll make 50% of that, which is 100 basis points or 1% commission on the standard conventional and non-QM stuff. So great commission there. And the leads are not only going to be the leads that Kyle will show you, but the best leads will be our referrals from our loan officer assistants. We'll explain how that works. Basically, anytime, whether they're a junior loan officer or loan officer, if they can't do the loan, family, friend, they are not licensed in the state, whatever it is, they're going to refer that deal to a senior loan officer, and they're going to be the assistant on that deal and help the senior loan officer. So when the senior loan officers get these are the best leads that you can have. They're basically referrals from your peers. Now, our senior loan officers can also upgrade to team leaders, which we've mentioned a couple times, but that's how they can step it up another level and get more compensation from helping their team disclose their files. And there's obviously recruiting bonuses at all these different levels that we're about to talk about. Now, how do you get to a senior loan officer? The fine print here. We want to make sure you close 6 loans in our system. Our system is different, one of a kind, unique. No other company has our system. We want to make sure you learn exactly what to do, exactly when, and exactly how to do a brokered loan versus a non-delegated loan. They are different. So close 6 loans, no problem. You'll be upgraded instantly. Now, your first 6 loans, we want to make sure we team you up with a team leader and teach you hand in hand how to do these loans. So the first 6 loans, 150 basis points. And that's going to be, again, on the conventional non-QM stuff we're all used to. 150 basis points is 1.5% commission for those not familiar. Now, our loan officers are going to start at this level. They're going to be full-time loan officers, still have access to everything, access to all the systems, access to all our leads and the dialers, and everything's at a 50-50 split here. So if a loan officer takes a company lead, no problem. We'd love to provide you with leads, get those first few loans done. You're going to make half of 150, so 75 basis points or 0.75% commission if you take a company lead for one of your first 6 deals. And you're still eligible to recruit and bring people into the system. Now, how do you stay a loan officer? We want to make sure you close 1 loan per month. So you're upgraded to a senior loan officer within the first 6 months. Of course, you get 30 days, obviously, to do training and stuff. So really, within the first 7 months, you're going to be upgraded to a senior loan officer. Just stick to the plan, take those leads, and you'll be rocking and rolling. Now, if you're not ready to be full-time or not ready to sign your life away on the 1003, maybe you're just getting licensed, maybe you're a realtor and you're just doing this for supplemental income, no problem. We have a lot of people that are still not quite full-time, but they still want to participate and learn. That's where the junior loan officer plan comes in. This is for people that are licensed, so they can still make basis points, but they're not ready to be full-time. They're not ready to sign that 1003 and sign their life away and all the risk and reward that comes with that. But we still have a great commission. So you're still licensed, you can still make commission. So you can make up to 75 basis points. And the goal there is you're going to make 75 basis points, which is 0.75% commission, for referring a deal, a family, a friend, a client, whatever it is, to a senior loan officer who knows exactly what to do, exactly what button to press when, and exactly how to legally and compliantly close that loan while you learn how to do the loan. So you're still going to be involved. You are now going to be the assistant on that file and work with the senior loan officer and make all the communication with your family, your friend, whoever it is that you referred. You'll still be involved. You'll learn every step of the way, and you'll still make great commission for learning, right? You're going to earn and learn until you're ready to jump in full time and be a loan officer. So you'll still have access to all our systems you're about to see. You'll still have access to some of our leads, not all the leads. And the main goal here is to refer leads to senior loan officers. And remember, on this plan, there is no production minimum. So this is for people that, again, are kind of just getting into it, right? Maybe a realtor just got their license for this and just want to learn the other side of the business. They might not be able to close one loan a month until they really get it underneath their feet underneath them and are able to hit the ground running. So this is the plan: to learn, to earn while you learn, and be ready to jump in both feet when you're ready to be a loan officer. So hopefully that makes sense for everybody. Again, this is a little bit different than most companies. Feel free to click the button, check out the plans. Kyle will show you that here at the end of the presentation as well. But those are the basic plans for our company. They work a little bit differently. Now, the rest of this page has some more info and reviews and stuff, but let's go ahead and have Kyle take over now and actually show you guys exactly what it looks like on the back end. So you ready, Kyle?
Yes, absolutely. Give me 1 second here so that I can share my screen. Let's see here. Right. Okay, so what I'm going to do here today is just show a quick demo of the technology. And of course, once you come on board, we'll do a full, training on this. But just kind of want to show you, of course, this CRM functions like any CRM, right? Where you can, take your notes, send emails, text, they pile up down here. You can set yourself reminders. You can put people on action plans, automated drip campaigns to follow up automatically, all that kind of good stuff, right? But what really starts to set our system apart here is our quoting system. So in just a few minutes, you can do this in 2-3 minutes, you can put in 6 pieces of info, click one button to pull all the pricing from all of our different investors in Optimal Blue automatically. And within 2 minutes, you can kick your client out a text and an email automatically with a nice, pretty quote like this that shows them their different rate options. They can scroll over these and see what they mean. It pulls in the Google map automatically, pulls in the Zestimate automatically. It pulls in the breakdown of the taxes and insurance and all that, the estimated lender fees. And of course, it has you here as the loan originator, and you can also attach your realtor partners. So your realtor partners absolutely love this because they know when they send you a client, you're going to not only quote their client in minutes, but you're also going to include the realtor on the quote, showing them, hey, we are your team that's pushing this deal across the finish line. Now, the coolest part about this is they can then click Start My Loan Application. Now, what that does is that actually kicks them into their borrower portal, which looks like this. So they can click here to start filling out their 1003. It's all within our system. They don't leave the page. We control the 1003 within our system. It's prompting them to upload the basic documents that we're going to need already. It shows them their loan info, what milestone their loan is in. They can communicate with you directly through here. So this is their borrower portal that they can go into instantly here. Now, let me show you what this now looks like on your end, on the back end. So now you can also help them fill out their 1003. You can help them upload documents, but you can also request more documents. Let's say you need 12 months bank statements. Now it's sending them an email from you, from your email with your footer, saying, hey, click here to upload your bank statement securely. Now we can also request a whole packet. Let's say, okay, you know what? This is actually going to be a DSCR loan. I'm going to replace that packet with that. I'm going to save changes. Now we're just asking for the documents we need for a DSCR loan. Maybe I don't know what kind of documents I need for a self-employed VA loan, but the system does. So let me actually say this is going to be a VA self-employed loan. And now we're asking for those documents, right? You can also ask for signatures. So you can actually send your client a document to sign right here through the system. And in their back login, it's going to prompt them to sign it. And of course, they don't have to leave the page. They don't have to leave the system. Our e-sign technology is all built in with the API into the system. Now, you can also request custom documents. Let's say you need XYZ from, from the underwriter, request this, that. And of course, we're going to request those. So all kinds of stuff you can do back here to actually go through and request any documents, signatures, anything that you need from the client. Now, once your client fills out this 1003, which again is all in our system, it's also going to prompt them to authorize credit. So once they finish their 1003, we pull credit instantly, right? We pay for it. You don't pay for it. Your client doesn't pay for it up front, right? We take care of it. So it instantly pulls their credit. So now you have a full 1003 finished. You have credit pulled. So when you click our Encompass API button right here, it's going to pull up Encompass right here in our system. It's so much faster than the Encompass on the server side, right? Everything here is instant and you can do your whole loan in here. The 1003 info is already filled out. The credit is already pulled into here. You don't even have to import the credit. It's already in here for you. So one process all the way through here. So where you could not only, collect the 1003, collect the documents, request signatures, but also actually originate the loan in Encompass. Credit's already pulled in there. 1003 is already pulled in there without you even doing anything, right? You can also click one button here to order a VOE, VOA. We have the connect with their bank account, right? So we can automatically do the VOA, VOI instantly. You can request your locks, your COCs, you can cancel the loan. Everything is right here at your fingertips. So you see how we can take a lead from being just a lead to then communicating with them, to quoting them, to collecting their 1003, collecting their documents, pulling their credit, originating the loan here in Encompass, and again, even ordering the VOEs, VOI, all that kind of stuff here in one system. You don't have to log into anything else, and your client doesn't have to log in to anything else. Now, let's talk about where these leads come in the first place, where they come from. So as Nick said earlier, we are really built on leads, and I'm going to show you an actual demo here of one of my test accounts of the leads that are coming in from our Facebook campaigns. So first and foremost, we're going to give you our fresh, hot leads from our Facebook campaigns, right? So somebody clicks on one of our Facebook ads and you get a text message that second with that lead. So you can click to claim it. So that lead goes to 5 of our loan officers, and the first one to click it claims that lead. So you're gonna have chances all day to claim the leads. First one to click it gets it. We don't share leads. They're always exclusive, right? And I'm gonna show you here the real leads that are coming into my test account today. So you'll notice here, these are real text messages. And since this morning at 10 a.m., I've gotten regular purchase leads. I've gotten general mortgage requests from the website. I've gotten referrals. This is from a junior loan officer that already spoke to this client and got the info for me to send a quote for a short-term rental lead. A couple other ones here. You see those are going off right now. We also have foreign national DSCR leads. We got trigger leads coming in as well. We have, regular purchase leads for California. We have, again, short-term rental leads. We have referrals coming in. It is just going to keep coming, all of the different types of leads all day. We're only at 1 p.m. So again, I'm going to have all these different chances to claim all of these leads. And of course, I'm going to get a lot of them when, I'm sitting there claiming them, right? Because it's just between me and 5 other loan officers. So tons of different leads coming in here all day long. Now let's talk about another way that we provide leads here, which is through our auto dialer. So our CRM has an auto dialer. Like most other CRMs, you can call 300, 400, 500 people in a day, clicking one button to go to the next call. You can click one button and drop an automated text and email from your phone number, emails from your email with your footer with the click of one button, and then move right on to the next call. right? So you can call 300, 400, 500 people in a day and drop them automated texts and emails, right? We have lists in here of leads that we provide. We have regular purchase leads. We have cold calls. We have realtor calls. We have foreign national calls in here. So we keep calls here in the auto dialer, so you can call hundreds of people in a day when you're ready to put in work above and beyond just the leads that are coming into you in real time from our Facebook campaign. So that's another way that we provide you leads in our system. Now, another way that you can get leads through our system is our advertising tab. So those same leads that we're giving you on that 50-50 split, for no upfront cost, you could also have us manage your own campaign. So we can take one of our campaigns that we've proven out, like our DSCR campaign that we've spent all this money on dialing it in. Well, those same leads that we're giving to you on a 50-50 split that we know close and are proven out, you could have us manage your campaign. So we just copy our campaign that works. We put your budget on that. We route those leads only to you, so no one else has a chance to click to claim them, and there is no lead split on them, right? So the example I like to go over here is one of our loan officers, Nicole. She closed her first loan ever as a loan officer. It was a $1,060,000 loan. It got denied at another lender. Jose helped her restructure it into a profit and loss loan, right? First loan ever as a loan officer. Her commission was $16,000. Now, if it was one of the leads that we sent her, but it was one of the leads that she had purchased from her campaign. So she saved $8,000 on that lead by just investing some of her own money into, again, same leads that we're giving her for free at a split from the same exact ad campaigns. But this is one where she used her budget to purchase it. So we can manage your ad campaigns for you. Again, those only go to you and there is no lead split on them. Another way that we provide for you to work leads in our system here is to import leads. So we give you your custom webhook here. So you can use Zapier to bring leads in from anywhere with the click of a button. So we give you the instructions here. So anywhere you get leads from, maybe you already buy leads from Zillow or Free Rate Update or wherever it is that you get leads from, you can then bring them into our system in real time with this link. So when you get leads coming in from there, it just dumps it into our system, automatically sends you a text and an email so you can call them, quote them, gather the documents, gather the 1003, everything just like any of the leads that we give you. And that's going to happen instantly in real time because you're going to be using your webhook. So whether you're taking the leads that we're giving you for no upfront cost, or you're investing in your own ad campaign, or you're importing leads from another source where you're investing in an ad campaign, as long as it's a legitimate lead source, they'll always have the ability to use a webhook or the Zapier connection to bring in leads in real time into our CRM. So basically every way that you could have to receive leads or work leads is there in our system for you. So now let's talk about what kind of leads we get and why. So Nick is kind of the lead guru here. He is certified by Facebook as a digital marketing associate, certified by Facebook as a media planning professional, certified by Google as a Google ad search specialist. And this is what we actually did before we got into the mortgage industry, is own a digital marketing agency. So it's kind of Nick's thing here. So I'll let him explain the type of leads that we get for you and why. And then after that, we'll have Jose go into the support side of things. So go ahead, Nick.
All right. So whenever we do a campaign for anybody, we want to make sure we do something different. So we've never been set out to do campaigns like some other companies and compete with the big guys that are just trying to find, the conventional refinance, the easy stuff, right? The good credit. So we want to do the exact opposite and have a different strategy. So instead of chasing down how, we can get leads and reduce your guys' commission as the loan officers and, just chase to see how cheap we can pay you guys to get these refi leads and get them going, which obviously that business model is no longer, tens of thousands of people, probably some of you on this call, we're part of that, layoff series that's been happening and it's still happening. So we've been focused on the exact opposite, right? We want to do something that's sustainable and long-term. So we want to focus on the exact opposite. We want to find the clients that are being underserved, and offer them the products and services that they need. So we're going to find the self-employed borrowers, the investors, the people who maybe have some sort of issues with credit or whatever. Anybody that's not being advertised to by the big guys, we want to make sure we set up campaigns for those people. And then we seal the deal with obviously advertising the program. So we've been focused on, for the most part, our ad campaigns on non-QM, because we're getting those self-employed investors, people that have been denied at the big lenders, and we're advertising the programs that are going to work for them. So all the non-QM programs are out to help these borrowers. So we will have a totally different strategy there. We want to get the people that are being underserved. We want to serve them with the products that are there to help them. And we want to teach you guys how to do those products. So we have every product that's ever been created with all of our over 100 lenders. Any loan that exists out there that you've ever heard of, we have access to, whether that's all the conventional, VA, USDA, FHA, all the way to the crazy fix and flip, ground up, cross collateralization, portfolio loans, anything and everything we want to make sure we have a home for. So we're going to get the clients that are being underserved. We're going to find the products that work for them and teach you guys how to do those products. And that's really the trifecta there. And then, of course, as I mentioned before, no matter where we take the loan, we always have the same margin. So we're always at 275, no matter if we're brokered or we're the lender, right? So whether you guys have a home for that brokered or lender, we want to make sure we're looking out for the client's best needs at all times. It doesn't matter whether you guys make more or we make more or anybody makes more, whether you choose one direction or another, we're always going to serve the client and their best needs, right? So we always want to find a home for that client and obviously have the same pricing and incentives aligned for you guys. So that's really how we do it all. We want to make sure we get people in with something different, but at the same time, once we get them in the door, we do our job as consultants. And if someone clicks on a bank statement ad, that doesn't necessarily mean we're going to do a bank statement loan. We're going to get all their information. We're going to get all their income. And if they qualify full doc, if they qualify conventional, if they even qualify VA, if they're a veteran and just nobody asked them the right questions, we're going to make sure we still do that loan for them conventional. So while we advertise almost exclusively for non-QM, we still do a high amount of your regular stuff, right? Because a lot of people think they don't qualify, and we end up finding the way to make them qualify. Then, of course, obviously our friends, family members, most of our personal contacts do a lot of conventional government type loans. So we do a ton of that as well. But we want to make sure we advertise specifically to do the opposite of the other big companies. And then once we get the people that click the button, we do our job as consultants and walk them through it. So we still do plenty of regular loans, but we want to make sure we have a home for every loan that's outside the box. So hopefully that covers it for you there, Kyle.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, we love non-QM. Most of the stuff we advertise, bank statements, DSCR, asset utilization, and then all the way to the short-term rentals, fix and flips, all that kind of good stuff. So if it's out there, we got it. And that's, again, the type of stuff we focus on. And we just have to have an outlet for everywhere. As Nick said, every lead that we get, we got to have a place to put it. So with that being said, let's go into the last part here, which is going to be Jose, our veteran here, 27 years in the business as a realtor and a loan officer. And so we'll let him talk about the type of support that we provide here. Then we'll get into questions.
Good afternoon. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Jose Gonzalez, sales manager here. Yeah, well, as Kyle was mentioning when he was talking about our new MLO that closed that profit and loss loan as her very first deal, she made a nice little chunk of change there. That was, and she closed it in 21 days, by the way, and it had an appraisal transfer on top of everything. So that was a very complicated deal. That's a deal she was a lead from her purchase campaign. And that borrower had been denied somewhere else with another lender going full doc. They were trying to force the issue. So she met with me in one of the many structure meetings that I have helping loan officers. And we realized after reviewing everything that no way could this be full doc. Bank statement was going to be also iffy. profit and loss is probably the best way. So we reviewed the guidelines, set the proper action plan. She proceeded to work with the borrower, a tax preparer, obtain all the documentations, and we close in 21 days. But she probably met with me like 5 or 6, maybe 7 additional times throughout the process. But that is what we offer here. You know, we offer support. I mean, you have the leads, you have the tech, but what do you do when you do get that lead that agrees to the deal? I mean, it's going to happen. That's the game plan. And that's very easily done here because we do have our team leaders and we have our Zoom room with our processing team that's there till 7 p.m. You can jump in there any minute. You can meet with us, the team leader, a number of ways you're going to get that support to do that initial file structure. As soon as your deal gets accepted, you're getting an email, hey, your customer accepted the quote. They started their application, and right then and there, your team leader's getting that email. We get that email and everybody's jumping on it, making sure that you're off to the right, on the right foot, in the correct trajectory on that loan, so that you get a quick deal in the pipeline, and then 2 and 3, and then like Nicole, in 30, 45 days, be closing out your first deals, whether they be DSCR, whether they be conforming, conventional VA. We do run the whole spectrum of products, but obviously we love those investment products, and we're here, those of you that may not have a lot of experience, to give you that support, help you with the guidelines reviews. Then we do our file disclosure meetings before that file gets submitted. We want to make sure everything's good. Then we disclose the file. We do have our processing team that registers and uploads the file into the portal that you selected. And then we have the underwriting support team that will then review documents in the file, request additional documents as needed from the loan officer, and when the file is complete, they will submit that file for you on the portal that's selected, assuming you've already locked it in, unless you decided to change portals before locking it in. That's fine. Sometimes as we're reviewing documents, we see that there may be a need, but throughout that process, the intertwining thread there is the support that we're going to be giving you so that you can close those deals. It's really fun when you get that lead that says, sure, I have that one, and I got like 4 more that I want to do right now because I just love your DSCR, and you're like, oh wow, what do I do now? That's it. You book the structure meeting. We help you with that 5-pack, submit it, and you never know. You could be a quick senior in a month, month and a half. So many different levels of support that is here for you, but know that it all starts in the knowledge center that we have. A lot of it is there, and most of the time when you meet with us, it is to just reinforce, clarify what you've already found on your own, and you're off to the races. So hope to help most of you or all of you that are going to come on board, structure all your deals, close lots of loans.
Perfect. Thank you, Jose. All right, let's talk about the next steps. Then we'll get into questions. Let me share my screen one more time here. So when you are ready to move forward, you're going to go ahead and go to themortgagecalculator.com/join. Actually, Nick, can you drop the link there in the chat for me for them to go sign up? But it's real simple, themortgagecalculator.com/join. And what you're going to do is sign up for the plan that's applicable, right? You're either going to sign up as a loan officer or a junior loan officer, whichever is applicable to you. It's going to have you fill out a form, and then it's going to pop right up to the compensation agreement to sign. Now, you don't have to sign it right then. It's going to send you an email with the agreement as well, so take your time. But when you do sign that agreement, that's what's going to kick off the rest of the process. So once that agreement is signed, then the rest of the process will happen. We'll send you all the next onboarding steps. That includes getting your ID documents for employment, signing the compliance manuals and all that kind of stuff, and allowing us to sponsor your license, which I walk you through that there in the email and give you a guide on how to allow us to sponsor your license. So first step is to sign up for the plan that's applicable to you, and then that will kick off. Once you sign that initial agreement, it will kick off the rest of the steps. So with that being said, Nick, you can go ahead and stop recording, and we will get into the questions.